Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe. If you're already an existing subscriber, please don't forget to like, comment. So guys, we're going to be making the top on the thumbnail of this video. So right now what I'm just doing is tracing out my already existing pattern block. Please guys, if you don't already have yours, watch the video of how to make your own bodice block. So guys, I've already traced out my front and my back bodice block. If you don't have yours, I'll be leaving a video below so that you can watch that and create yours. So what I'm doing now is extending the bust line on the front and the back. My initial allowance that I added was 1/4 of an inch, so now I'm increasing that by half to make that 3/4 on both the front and the back. Just add half an inch and then blend your armhole to that new line. So guys, just like I did, you can see mine. I'm just using a marker to trace it all out so that it's much more visible. So that's what I'm doing right now. So now that it's done, I'm just separating the back from the front. I'm going to be working with the front first of all. So the first measurement I'm taking is my shoulder to my under bust point. So that's what I'm going to be marking now, my shoulder to my under bust point. And the next thing I'll do is to get the measurement from that point to my waistline so I can roll it straight across. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just rolling that line straight across. So now I'm trying to get my bust circumference from my bust point, which is that line where my side dart ends, down to the point of my under bust. So I'm marking that circumference round, taking my starting point from that end of the side dart. So I'm marking that measurement that I got from that point to the under bust round as a circle, making my starting point the end of the side dart. So that's what I'm doing now. So I'm just tracing that out. So after doing that, the next thing I want to measure is my neck line. So I'm just taking half an inch away and just connecting it to the edge, just like the way I did mine. On that line, exactly on the line of the side dart. So I want to take away some ease from the neckline. So that's what that line I drew directly from the midwaist. So I'm just completing the circle so I can take away some ease from the neckline, so there's no gaping when I wear it. So I took 1/4 of an inch for my ease from the circumference of the bust and I connected it to the neckline. So now I'm taking out my under bust line. I'm taking 1 inch from the side of the block directly under the under bust line, just 1 inch, and then I'm blending it with a smooth curve to my bust circumference, just the way I did mine. Because my original design, it's not a straight line directly under the bust. And now I'm taking out the length of the top. So however long you want yours to be, just mark that. I'm increasing my darts all the way down, making it the exact half inches at the waist, making it the same exact half inches at the base. So that's what I'm doing, just straightening my dart lines. So I'm going to be marking that out with the marker so you can see what I'm saying. So remember I took half inches from the neckline. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm drawing the neckline directly from the edge of the neck down to that point, to my side dart line at the edge of the bust circumference, just like that. So that's what I am doing. So now I'm just cutting out the waist part. I'm joining that together so I can have one whole piece instead of having a seam at the middle. So because I joined it, there's a part that is incomplete there. So what you just do is attach a bit of paper and then complete that curve. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm trimming out the excess. So this is my center front. This is my front, which I've gotten to my center front. So I'm keeping that aside. I'm going back to the top part. So I'm going to be opening up the rest of the under bust dart so that I can close up the gaping at the neckline. So I'm opening it up to the tip of the side dart. So as you can see, I'm closing up that 1¼ inch I added to the neckline. I'm completing my neckline and then I'm cutting that out. So now this is almost ready. I want to close up my side darts, so that's what I'm doing. Slash and spread method. So I'm slashing and then I'm closing it up. Exactly what I did on the neckline. So I'm completing that side line. So I'm just trimming out all the excess so I can work with my main paper. So just make lines on yours. So what I'm doing is getting a straight line that I'm using as my baseline. So now I'm separating all that pieces. I'm taking the first one and I'm attaching it. I'm going to use a seal tape to put that down so it doesn't move. I'm taking 2 inches gap, 2 inches space in between each and every one of the lines. So that's what I'm doing. Measure 2 inches at the next line, 2 inches, and then add the next line all the way to the end. This is to get the pleats at the shoulder and at the under bust. So when I'm done, I'm just going to complete that line. So guys, please watch what I'm doing. I'm not touching all the lines directly. I only touched the line at the end and the line at the beginning, and then I created a smooth curve under that. So now I'm just sticking out. Just do exactly the way I'm doing it. So guys, at this point I realized I made a mistake in the neckline from the initial design. So I'm putting an extra paper, just the way I'm doing mine, guys. So guys, please just do yours like this. Putting down an extra paper at the edge of the center front, then exactly the way I cut it out before, I'm attaching it back using a seal tape to hold it down. You see what I'm about to do, guys. So I'm connecting the neck back to the beginning of the center front. Do you see? So it doesn't have that, the curve is supposed to touch that exact line. That's how the original design is, and I didn't see that. So immediately I looked at it, I'm making the corrections. Do you see what I'm doing, guys? I'm taking it back to the beginning. So now it's straight, and I'm doing the same thing, and I'm just removing the excess. So guys, can you see? If you check the design on the picture, you see that's exactly how it's looking. It's touching the center front, so there's no space in the middle. So that's what I'm doing. So please just do yours like this. So right now I'm just marking out the point where the opening is at the front. So that's what I did there. So now time for the back. I'm measuring the distance from the waist to where my front is stopping. So I'm taking the same exact measurement for the back. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm confirming again. I'm checking the height of the front. So that's what I'm marking to at the back. So you want to replicate that for the front and the back. So that's what I'm marking. So the same thing I did in the front, that is what I'm doing to the back as well, extending it to exactly ½ inches downwards. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just going to trim out that down part so I know I'm done with that. Exactly like the front, I'm going to be opening it up, putting it together and closing it up, marking that my center back. So now for the top part, I want it to have some sort of fullness because the front also has, but it won't be so much as the front. So I just made a straight line in the middle of the shoulder. I'm trimming out my excess paper first of all. Then I'm opening that line down. And I'm just going to put another paper in. So all I took in the middle of that is just 2 inches. So I'm just going to connect that line. So the space I have in between is just 2 inches, guys. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to gather that onto the waistband of the back. So guys, the back is done. I'm just going to be marking out so I can identify it as center back. So guys, I'm just going to show you my front and my back pieces, and we're done. Please don't forget to like, comment.